was a video that was widely publicized after it surfaced. On July 7th, 58-year-old Eurie Martin died while he was in the hands of Washington County Sheriff's deputies.
Cell phone video sent to us by a viewer shows the moment when former Washington County deputies Michael Howard, Henry Copeland, and Rhett Scott were spotted on Deep Step Road with Mr. Martin.
In the video, all three deputies can be seen surrounding Martin. Then a taser is deployed for a second time. Martin's screams could be heard, as well as the buzzing of the taser.
Today, we shine light on Eurie Lee Martin. On Friday afternoon, July 7, 2017, 58-year-old Eurie Lee Martin left home in Milledgeville, Georgia, and began walking towards Sandersville, where he planned to visit one of his sisters. The temperature that day hovered around 95 degrees. Carrying a soda in his hand, Eurie set out for what would have been a nearly 30-mile walk. To many, the heat and the distance wouldn't make sense. But to Eurie, a black man living with mental illness, it wasn't out of the ordinary. Those who knew him said that Eurie had a deep distrust for cars. Because of that, he often chose to walk rather than accept rides from others. During this walk, Eurie had to pass through Deepset, Georgia. Deepset, a small rural town in Washington County, with a predominantly white, or as noted in some demographic sources, as being entirely white population. While Deepset is not officially documented as a sundown town, many small rural towns throughout the South have histories of racial exclusion or reputations for being unwelcoming to non-white residents, often remaining racially homogeneous despite being amid nearby diverse counties. After walking for some time in the extreme heat, Eurie removed his shirt and draped it around his shoulders. Eurie stopped in the driveway of Cyrus Harris Jr., a Deepset resident who was outside mowing his lawn, and asked if he can fill his empty soda can with water from his outside faucet. Cyrus refused and ordered Eurie off his property. Without an argument, confrontation, or incident, Eurie complied and continued walking towards his destination. But that was not the end of it, at least not for Cyrus. Despite Eurie leaving peacefully, Cyrus later said he became suspicious and called the police. According to court records, Cyrus reported a suspicious man on his property. He would describe a big black man, unclean in appearance, carrying part of a soda can, and later referred to him as a rough-looking character. He would go on to tell authorities, quote, "I don't know if he's crazy, drunk, or what." But what Cyrus did not report was that Eurie only stopped to ask for water. He left immediately, and he didn't commit any crime. 3 Washington County Sheriff's deputies responded. Deputy Michael Howell was the first to arrive. Howell approached Eurie and asked if he was okay. Eurie did not respond. He continued walking down Deepset Road. At this point, Eurie Lee Martin had not committed any crime. Still, Deputy Howard felt it necessary to radio for backup. Soon after, Deputy Henry Lee Copeland and Deputy Rhett Scott arrived on the scene. What you're about to see are segments of dashcam footage from 2 of the deputies' vehicles, along with video recorded from passing motorists, who began filming just minutes after the encounter was already underway.
Hey, come over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on, come on. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Get out of the road, man. Come on. Get out of the road. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
You got taser? Taser's ass. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put them behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. We are. Put your hands behind your back. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You're going to be tased. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. No. Hey, no. Get on the ground. Hell no. Get down. Roll over. Roll over. You going to fly? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind what the heck going on, bro? What the heck going on, bro? What the heck going on? What the heck going on? Get out of the way. What the heck going on? What the heck is going on? Get on the ground. What's going on? What the heck is going on?
That bitch got a rig on you. That one on taser, that one that pistol.
He got the pistol drawn on there.
That one had a pistol. Look at that bitch. Ooh, they tased. They tased the shit out of him.
He still he kicking.
That bitch. That bitch still. Ooh, that bitch taking that bitch. Oh! They gonna shoot that motherfucker.
He got to go to jail.
They was scared of him. That other motherfucker was scared of him. That bitch got up. Well, that bitch took that bitch out.
He finna try to run.
That bitch was... Ooh, that nigga took.
That bitch tough, man.
They got a call for bank cuz. Harry, you gotta help him.
When the hell they walking to, though?
They walking behind him.
I'm saying, what it...
That bitch ain't going to jail today.
What that bitch
Why they
took?
tell you that bitch and everything?
And he still walking like in that house.
The other cracker had that pistol on his ass. That bitch ran up at that motherfucker. That bitch got so scared. That's a real nigga right there, boy.
Real nigga. The fat one scared though.
The dude in the bike.
Yeah. You see, he ain't attempting nothing.
Man, I hope that nigga don't swing on them cracker. They gonna bust his ass. Did it show?
He still got that pistol in his hand.
You want to get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Oh man. Get on the ground. Roll over.
When first responders arrived, they found Eurie Martin with no pulse and began CPR. Despite their efforts, Eurie Lee Martin passed away. An autopsy conducted by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation medical examiner ruled Eurie's death a homicide, concluding that a heart attack brought on by the actions of others during the confrontation caused his death. Medical testimony later confirmed Eurie had no drugs in his system and that he had been tased at least 15 times by tasers of all 3 deputies. This level of force was not within the department guidelines. Court records indicated that the excessive use of force may have stemmed from lack of proper understanding of the county's taser policy.
The state argued the deputies did not have cause to stop Martin or tase him.
Electricity flowed from the hands of all 3 defendants. Eurie Lee Martin potentially was subjected to 114 seconds of 50,000 volts of electricity in less than 5 minutes.
The defense argued the former sheriff's deputies were not properly trained.
He did not know that Mr. Martin was schizophrenic. And unfortunately, he was not properly trained by Washington County on how to interact with a mentally ill citizen. Michael was put in a position to make a split-second decision that could potentially be life-saving for the community.
All 3 deputies involved were later fired, charged with felony unaliving, involuntary manslaughter, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, simple assault, and reckless conduct. In mid-October 2021, the case eventually went to trial. The deputies' defense team initially attempted to invoke the Georgia Stand Your Ground law, but the judge rejected that argument. The defense then claimed that the deputies had reasonable suspicion to detain Eurie because he had allegedly littered by dropping his soda can. He was allegedly walking illegally in the roadway, despite there being no sidewalk, and that he obstructed law enforcement. Prosecutors countered those claims, stating they were after-the-fact justifications and were not legitimate reasons for stopping him.
The state argued the deputies did not have cause to stop Martin or tase him. Kelly Weathers with the prosecution tells jurors the evidence will show Martin did not commit any crime that day and he had the right to walk away from the deputies because of that.
Being a strange-looking stranger, being out of place, being misunderstood is not a cause for detention. It's not a cause for tasing. It's not a cause for arrest. And it was not a cause for Eurie Lee Martin, a human being, to die.
During the period when all 3 deputies and Eurie was out of camera view, the court relied solely on the deputies' testimonies.
And unfortunately, what you won't see on the video, but what you will hear in testimony, is that at that point, Martin throws down his hand and takes a defensive posture against the deputies,
testifying that this made them feel threatened and that they believed that Eurie was about to fight.
And a few witnesses have been called, including the man who filmed the incident back in 2017.
Did you ever see that man, the gentleman, swing at these officers?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever see him charge at these officers?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever see him?
He ain't do nothing. He was like he didn't understand what was going on. All right. I pulled up close to him at first, and I started telling him to just go with him. If somebody would have talked to him, I think he would have went.
Michael Howell was the first of 3 former deputies to testify Wednesday.
The first, I just thought something was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong with him. I didn't know if he was intoxicated, high on drugs. I just didn't know. I knew it wasn't right the way he was acting. When he went to the right, good hand, he had his hand, he threw it to the ground. And he got into a posture or stance like he was going to fight, and he had his fist clenched. And at that time, I drew my weapon, because that's the only thing I had on my duty. I had no OC, no taser, no nothing.
The prosecution cross-examined Howell, claiming Dashcam video captured his voice saying he needed to find something to charge Martin with that day. Despite testifying to the defense, he had no plans to write a citation.
And the first voice says, charge him with trespassing. The second voice, different voice, says, hell yeah, charge him with trespassing. Got to do these damn reports. And the third voice says, with trespass, disorderly conduct, obstruction. And there's 3 different voices. Would you agree with me that that was probably a conversation that you were having with your co-defendants?
You could have those 2 sidewalks there as well. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't Say who said what?
Today, the state started their testimony with a witness who detailed how deputies should appropriately govern themselves, arguing that the use of force was mismanaged.
Escalated it into something more than just a suspicious person. They didn't have authority to do that by the policy or law.
That was Chief Deputy Mark McGraw of Washington County's Sheriff's Office, a key witness who assisted in the documentation and transfer of the dashcam footage showing the death of Eurie Martin.
Brett Scott, a former Washington County deputy, took the stand and told his version of what happened that day.
I got another radio transmission from Michael, and his words were 97, step it up. I did not know the extent of it. Didn't know when they said we tased him, but he's still fighting. I thought they were involved in a physical fight.
To round out their case, the state suggested that the 3 deputies involved in the death of Eurie Martin robbed him of his constitutional rights. Prosecutor Kelly Weathers said that the encounter was recklessly escalated, since the only thing Martin was guilty of was looking out of place.
It's not an accident if your actions are in reckless disregard of what is foreseeable. It is a very hot day. By all accounts, something was wrong with Eurie Martin. Yet, without giving him more than 1 minute of attempt, 1 minute to attempt to communicate with this man, they swarmed him, they tased him, he got up, he tried to walk away. They caught up with him, they tased him again.
In late October of 2021, the first trial ended in a mistrial after jurors were unable to reach a unanimous verdict.
People gathered outside the courthouse after Judge H. Gibb Flanders declared a mistrial, and jurors said they were deadlocked on a verdict.
Is the jury unable to agree unanimously on a verdict for any of the defendants on any count?
Yes, sir.
The deputies would later face a second trial. However, on November 20th, 2025, all 3 deputies were acquitted and cleared of every charge.
In the courtroom, Martin's sister was consoled as the deputies' families let out a sigh of relief. But on the courthouse lawn, activist Leonard Jordan made his frustrations clear.
In the torture that was inflicted upon this family, again, they had to go through that in that courtroom and listen how that brother was tortured by these officers.
A 6 feet tall black man walking in the heat who simply asked for water, unarmed and had not committed a crime. Eurie Lee Martin was a brother, a father, and a friend who lived with mental illness. A man described as kind and gentle, and someone who kept to himself. Yet his appearance alone sparked speculation, and that speculation became the catalyst that ultimately cost him his life, and no one was held accountable. What's deeply disturbing is that still today, profiling and stereotyping continues to shape deadly outcomes. And the danger is usually not the person being profiled. It's the ones doing the profiling.
My brother, Eurie Lee Martin, didn't have to die this way. I miss his soft-speaking voice, his smile, and he was a very talented person. I miss it all.
No story should be forgotten. No voice should go unheard. Sending my deepest condolences and prayers to the family and friends. May Mr. Eurie Lee Martin rest in peace. Until the next time, I'm Lock Jewel, and thank you for watching Shades of Crime. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and remember to pray. God's listening.